Gaffer, just looking back to last week, how would you reflect on the two games against Strathern and Fairmont?
Well, if you want to go back the week, obviously the Ayr game, probably the hardest out of the 3 games. We pick up a great 3 points at Ayr. And then obviously looking to kick on and hopefully take that into your 2 home games. Unfortunately for us, it wasn't to be. You know, we gave Rafe and Dunfermline 2 goals at a start, which you can never do in this league. If it doesn't matter who the team is opposition, you'll find it an uphill task to try and claw that back, and that was the case. But I think in terms of effort, you can still see that the boys are busting their gut. And unfortunately, the 2 games we just never got the luck that we deserved, especially both second halves.
Yeah, you mentioned the Ayr game there. It was also a good result, and you were hoping to build on that going into the Raith and Dunfermline games. And whilst we didn't get the results we were looking for, like you say, there was performances in there that you can still be happy with.
And of course, you know, the boys are battling away. We just aren't getting the breaks at the moment, you know. In the Raith game, the last 10, 15, 20 minutes, it was just the one-way traffic. You know, to be fair to Raith, they're putting the boys in line to stop goals, and we had 2 cleared off line in the last 5 minutes. It was similar to the game against Dunfermline on Friday night. You know, it's not to start anybody once, you know, 2-0 down after 6 minutes. We work all week to try and set up a way to try and nullify Dunfermline's strengths, and like I say, 6 minutes into the game you're 2-0 down, it's an upward task. But I thought the reaction from then was superb, and the reaction that I expect. Unfortunately, we just never done enough to get the equaliser.
And with the games being so close together, it was good for the boys to then have you know a weekend of rest coming into this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, but also we picked up another 3 injuries in the game against Dunfermline, Gareth. So at the moment we're very bare thin, and that's my biggest frustration this season, is the amount of injuries that we just seem to be getting. You know, we're going to lose another one for 2 or 3 months. 1 or 2 will be hopefully a week to 2 weeks. If we maybe put them out there tomorrow, then it could maybe be longer. So yeah, they're unfit to play tomorrow, but if we had to try and put them through that with the injuries that we've already got, is you could end up losing them for 3 or 4 months as well. So we can't do that. We need to protect. So again, that's the biggest frustration, the amount of players that we've not been able to have. Again, we'll probably be short of 6 first-team starters tomorrow.
Yeah, on the injury front, I know you've said before, it feels like when you've got 1 player coming back, you end up losing another 2, and it really does feel like that, doesn't it? Yeah,
that is it. It's no made up. That's the situation that we've been in all season. Starting away back with Jack's hand and against Stranraer in the League Cup, it's been very disappointing. And there's no one more frustrated than myself. I can see the fans are obviously hurting as well, which I would expect because the results haven't been good enough. But one thing for sure is we're working hard every day to try and put that right. No more so than the boys. And again, they'll put their body in the line tomorrow. There's not many of them, but the guys that start and the guys that are going to be left on the bench will give 110% for this club and the staff, and like they always do. But we have to try and get something tomorrow. I know it's a tough place we go to. Partick, they're doing really well. But these are the games you want to play in, and we have to start picking up points.
Yeah, and looking ahead to tomorrow then, with those injuries now, does that all change your preparation going into the game?
It doesn't change the preparation, it just means that we don't have a lot of change within the game if we have to change things regarding maybe an injury or want to change shape, etc. So, like I say, the boys are ready, but we're bare thin at the moment.
And looking at Partick Thistle tomorrow as opponents, what are you expecting going into the game?
Yeah, listen, Chris and Paul have assembled a good squad. They've probably had a bit of an up and down start as well. Obviously the game against Dundee United and Arbroath was 2 games that I remember at home that they'll probably be disappointed with. The game that we played them here, we were disappointed that we didn't get more from the game. I know we lost 4-1 in the end, but in the game itself we scored a great free kick for Robbie, and then we should have been 3 up. We have two great opportunities with Jack and Jai that we don't take, and then we get punished at the other end with naive defending, and the game ends up 4-1. But in terms of the game itself, I thought for large parts of the game we were very good, and we have to be the same tomorrow. Partick have got very good players, especially on the sides. I like the lad Aidan Fitzpatrick. I think he's a terrific player. I know Stevie Lawler's a good player. He's still doing it at the age he's at, and Big Brian through the middle is a real handful for any defence. So we know the type of players that possess. Kieran McInroy in behind that as well. So they've got good players. They've got a good few players missing as well. Top players that would help them that are injured at the moment. So listen, we have to go there and put up a right battle, and we'll see what comes from the game, Gareth.
Yeah, and you mentioned in there as well the last time that we played Partick, despite the 4-1 scoreline, it's not really a true reflection of how the game actually panned out.
No, it's not been. That's what I mean. People just look at the scoreline, but certainly wasn't that in the game. You know, it was a game of chances. If we took our chances, then I think the game would have been out of sight, and that's been the story for me this season. We ain't taking more opportunities when they come along, and at the other end, like I say, we're getting punished for naive defending at times.